Welcome back to the Steve Carson Show. We are going to go ahead and actually go right into our fantasy football rundown. Go ahead and get this 10 minutes out the way right here. Whoa. Jennifer, turn that down. Thank you. Sorry about that. We're traveling back to the IE right now, where we're going to be taking a look at the League of Legends. And we're actually joined by the two finalists. Team GOAT, which is Patrick Walsh. You there, Pat?
Hey, Steve. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you for joining us again. And Team Pack Attack, you back on there?
Yeah, I'm back, Steve. Good to be here, Steve. Always a pleasure.
Well, first of all, congratulations, because you guys have made it to the finals in the League of Legends, which is a 20-team league for all you viewers. Very competitive league, from what I've been told. All competitors know what they're doing. So to you guys, congratulations. Hold on one second. Were we able to get him on the phone? Or is he on? Peerless, are you there? Peerless? Yeah, I'm here, Steve. Oh, how you doing, Peerless? Thank you for coming on the show. This is Peerless. This is actually the 2016 champ. He was in the semifinals. He made it to the semifinals where he faced GOAT, and he took a loss to GOAT. Peerless, just for a quick second, I know you faced a tough defeat in the semis, which was a rematch of the 2016 championship. But what can you say about your season as a whole, and what do you think about the championship going forward? It was a crazy season, to be honest. There's some ups and downs. I think I made some bad moves when it comes to trades early on, but it actually, for some reason, it all kind of worked out and gave me a road that I'm not sure I would have been able to overcome, even if I still had Kirk Cousins and Robbie Anderson, if I wouldn't have made that trade early on. So it's kind of weird the way it all worked out, but I felt like I had magic on my side. I really did. I felt like I was going to get to the finals. And that was until I ran into Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley decided to roll out of bed and drop a 55 spot on my face. And when something like that happens, Steve, there's not a lot you can do. Marquise Goodwin and Robbie Gould, they gave me a shot. They made the game close. They put me down 39. And, I felt like if Carr and Patterson could get a connection, it might happen. But, it was just a little too much, a little too late. So, about the future matchup, I think it's good for the league. The belt's going to change hands. It was dear to my heart. I loved holding on to it. But Pack Attack has a fantastic team. He had some doubters going in, but I know that he's proved a lot of people wrong. So I'm happy to say that he's in the finals, and as well as GOAT. We met last year in the championship, and it's going to be a good match no matter who wins. So they're both deserving owners. Well, thanks, Peerless. I really appreciate that. You can jump off the line. I know you probably got some other things to do. So take it easy. Really, thank you for coming on. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and move right on into the championship match, which is GOAT versus Pack Attack. GOAT, we're going to go ahead and start with you. Coming in as the, little lower seed here. I think Pack Attack is the higher seed from what I've been looking on the league board. But we'll start with you here. How does it feel, first of all, just to be battling for the belt? Let's get that out there.
Well, Steve, it's kind of indescribable, to be honest. Like you said, it's a 20-team league. It's very, very competitive. Top half at least 10 plus, very savvy owners. So, it's one of those things that everything's got to align. I think Peerless said it last week best when he said it takes a mix of skill, it takes a mix of luck, and it takes a mix of playing the right players at the right time. So I'm happy to be here. I definitely understand it's not easy to get here. To be into the Super Bowl back-to-back feels great. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed for a different outcome this time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I got both your guys' lineups here on the computer. My question to you is, do you feel like right now, your lineup is good to go going into game day, or do you feel like there could be any last-second changes?
Well, I think it's a little bit in flux, but more than likely, I think I have an idea of where I'm going to end up finalizing that last position. So I expect that.
Do you care to let the audience know that, or is that suspense?
No, it's not a matter of suspense. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I need to hide my team. Pack Attack, Dusty's able to, to log on and take a look at my roster at any time. So he can obviously understand any mixing and matching that I might do. But at this point, I don't know that I'm going to favor that third or fourth tier quarterback versus Wayne Gallman in a game that they could easily be behind, and he could catch a lot of passes. So I don't really expect any last minute things, but we'll keep our eye on the injury report and see where it goes.
I see. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to one of your star players here. Coming off his best performance of the year, what type of game are you expecting for Todd Gurley against a stout run defense in the Tennessee Titans?
Well, I mean, obviously you could expect anything other than just pure domination and excellence in every single form of the word. It would make no sense. So I expect domination by Todd. Todd got me here. I'm going to ride Todd to the win. I expect something in the 30-plus range from Todd.
Yeah, he hasn't disappointed lately, and I think, like Peerless said, I think he put up 50-plus points or something like that, and to get something like that in this late of the playoffs is just fantastic. Well, I mean, we're gonna go ahead and I was also told you're a Dolphins fan. Do you feel the recent success of your three-headed Dolphins are going to continue as they travel into a hostile Kansas City that has been playing better on defense lately?
Well, I mean, honestly, I have to break it apart a little bit. I don't have any fear whatsoever when it comes to Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake has just been fantastic. One of the very best fantasy running backs in the last 3 weeks. I expect another huge game from Kenyon. Very, very well could be in the Todd Gurley range with his game.
Yeah.
Now, Jay Cutler and Devontae Parker, that is a different story, unfortunately. So I can't say that I have confidence that Parker will put up 80 to 100. It's a wild card, but he did play well last week. I think he had 89 yards. Cutler's thrown for 250 plus like 3 weeks in a row. So, we're going to ride the Dolphins. Bottom line, they're my team. I got a bunch of those guys in fantasy, and it feels good to to see if they can get me the W, man. It's going to make it all the sweeter if they can.
Well, that is. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. I see that you drafted Martavius Bryant, first pick of the 4th round in the snake draft. With Antonio Brown being ruled out this Sunday, do you feel like Bryant can justify his draft pick with his performance this Sunday?
Well, Steve, I like to believe in karma. It's just something I personally take part in. And there's a story behind Martavius Bryant when it comes to Dusty and the Pack Attack. See, Dusty felt that Martavius Bryant was going to struggle this year his own self and placed a bet against Martavius based on what kind of performance he could have this particular season. So now I find it interesting that Dusty has to face Martavius Bryant in the Super Bowl with Martavius having the chance to directly hit him right between the eyes.
For the viewers, was this bet between you and Dusty, or was this bet between Dusty and another?
This was actually a bet between Dusty and Suck My Dicka.
Oh, that's I believe that's Nick Newton. Okay, so yeah, you don't have a loss in that part. So yes, like you said, karma. If Martavius can give it, it's going to be all positive on your side, no negative. I see. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Well, you know what? Moving on to the last question for you, Goat. Before I let you go, give me a final score prediction.
Well, honestly, Dusty does score a lot of points. The roster's solid. I have noticed that Devontae Adams is out this week for him, actually. So he is gonna face the loss of one player as well as Marquise Lee, who was knocked out last week. So he could be kind of at a vulnerable point, with 1 week to go here. So I still expect him to do well. I think Dusty's probably going to put up something in the 140, 150 range. But the last 2 weeks, I think we put up almost 380 points, just 2 weeks combined. So I expect 170 plus, and I'm going to discount double check the Pack Attack and put the belt on my waist.
Whoa. Those are strong words coming from Goat. Man, well, good luck to you again. Congratulations on making it this far. Viewers, for a 20-team league, I mean, just to get to the finals is an accomplishment inside of itself. So congratulations to Goat, and good luck to you for the quest for the belt.
Steve, appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, well, moving on. We're going to take it on over to the red corner, as I like to say, the Pack Attack. Dusty Woodruff, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Steve. I'm over here right now. It's great to be on this show. It's great to be in the Super Bowl.
Well, again, like I said to GOAT, congratulations to you, man, for making it this far. Kind of brings me to my first one. I know the League of Legends, this is the second season in. First year, I'm sure you had a couple doubters. I think second year, you probably didn't come in as an overwhelming favorite. But now that you're in the finals and you've proven all the haters wrong, how does it feel to be here fighting for that belt?
Well, obviously, to be here fighting for that belt, it means everything. To have the strap around the waist is the ultimate goal. So, I came in with, you're absolutely right, there were a lot of haters, but I knew, the potential in my skills as a manager, and I knew the kind of draft that I had. I knew we had something special here. So we're not just here to, just prove the haters wrong and make it to the championship. We're here to, take that belt home.
Yeah, as Conor McGregor says, you're here to take part. One thing that, because I even talked to Peerless about this before, and he said that he had a lot of confidence in you as an owner, and, again, from the things that I've seen, again, I just want to say congratulations for making it this far. But now that I look on your lineup, I do see a couple little red boxes up here, so coming into championship week, there are some injury concerns. How do you plan on replacing Davante Adams?
Well, the Davante injury is huge. First off, I just want to talk a little bit about the hit first. I feel like there's really no place in this league for a hit like that on a defenseless player. Wasn't even, he was absolutely defenseless, wasn't even going to make a play or anything after the pick. Thomas Davis, he's the man who made the hit. I feel like 2 games is not enough, considering what it did to my squad going into the championship week. I'm definitely salty about it. But as far as replacing Davante, I do have a guy in Kendall Wright for the Chicago Bears who did the last couple weeks, even though he's been on my bench, he has put up some decent weeks for me. So I am planning on replacing Davante with him. Marquise Lee, another guy who I had go down early in the first quarter last week, I had to replace him, so I threw in some Jermaine Gresham in there. And then, unfortunately, my fucking, one of my most solid guys that I've had on my squad, believe it or not, Greg Zerloin, but Greg the Leg, he went down this week as well. He's been placed on IR. So, luckily, I do have Patrick Murray. So I was able to fill him in there. But going back to the trade that Goat was talking about, it's a little funny because he's got Martavis going, and the trade that I have with Nick, Davante is, the guy that I do have in that trade.
Do you mean Pack Attack? Do you mean the bet? The bet. You're talking about the bet, right?
Yeah, Steve, I'd like to interject real quick, Steve, and just say that he's calling a bet a trade, and he probably dropped what was the first F-bomb on your show ever.
Go.
I got a question, what kind of condition Pack Attack's in right now?
Go, please. I respect his time, respect his periods right now, please. I'm going to ask you. Just respect. I'm able to censor. So.
To touch on that subject, the condition I am in is I've had a couple beers. So, as far as calling a trade a bet, that's where that is. But
well, that's okay. All right. Well, I understand. Well, thanks, Pac. I've had a couple beers too. I think we've all had a couple beers. Nothing wrong with a couple. Right. As I do look at Kendall right here, I do think that's a good replacement. As I see, he's had 24 targets in the last 2 weeks. So that could be somebody who hopefully can step up in a Davante Adams injury. Okay, moving on to the next one here. I do see that Phillip Rivers is coming in, probably facing one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL right now. What type of excitement are you feeling about that, him going against the Jets?
Extremely excited. Phillip, he spent money this whole year. He had kind of a little bit of a down week last week, but, I expect him to bounce back this week, and have just a solid performance against a very weak Jets defense. So, I'm expecting big things from Phillip this week. I'm expecting him to highly, go past the total that he's